Hi everybody, and welcome to the intense video of Seismic Fitness Day 15. So this is going to be our upper body volume day. So the way this is going to work is we have, each section is going to have three components. So we're going to have 60 seconds of movement, 30 seconds of a hold, followed by 30 seconds of rest. We're going to go through three different sequences just like that, A, B, C, 2 total times. So it's 12 minutes. Now, the thing is each one of these is kind of a derivative of a different upper body push. So it's a lot of chest, it's a lot of triceps, the back of your arm, it's a lot of front of the shoulders. So there's a lot of horizontal pushing today. Now, with today's exercises, there's slight variations on push-ups and dips. So the first one is going to be what we call a clock push-up. So a clock push-up, the first rep you're going to go with your hands in this position. Second rep, third rep, fourth rep, fifth rep. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And you're going to continue that sequence for 60 seconds. So what that's going to look like is for your 1 minute. So if you got to modify your knees, that's totally fine. Here, 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 here for the minute. Now, the hold on this is just going to be a stretch. So it's going to be what we call a pec stretch. So you're going to find anything like a door frame. You're going to create a 90-degree angle with your elbow, and you're going to lean against the door, stretch out your chest, 30 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds each side. You can also go arms behind your back, hold on to something, anything that's going to stretch out through this. I like to get a broomstick and basically just do kind of a half dislocate where the stick is behind your back to stretch out your chest. So you're going to hold that stretch for 30 seconds. Then you're going to take a 30-second rest. The second exercise is going to be what we call a screw up, or they call it a tricep breaker, I think is another name for it. So screw up is a variation of a push-up where I'm actually going to roll and collapse on my arm as I go into the push-up position. So you can see from here, I'm actually going to shift my weight. It's important that I'm going to roll onto my forearm. So from here, you can see I'm all the way up on the side. I'm going to utilize my elbow to screw into the mat. For the push-ups. So that's going to be your screw up. Then your 30 seconds is you're going to need a chair, and you're going to do what we call a kneeling prayer stretch. So hands together, elbows. You're going to put your head through the window and try to drive your chest to the floor and hold for 30 seconds. So arm positioning is basically like this. So you're going to hold that for 30 seconds rest. The next progression is going to be chair dips. So we've shown these before in the video. You can either do it with your arms behind you, or you can get you 2 chairs and just have one on each side and basically hands here and do the dips. Now, you can do whichever variation you would like, 1 minute of the dips, and then we're going to hold the bottom position of the dips for 30 seconds. So if you're doing actual chair dips, you're just going to hold this position for 30 seconds at the end. That's going to stretch out the front of your shoulders, and that's going to basically, once you pumped it full of blood and then you do a forced stretch on it, it stretches out the fascia a little bit more than a standard stretch was if you hadn't been exercising prior to it. So it is going to lead to a little bit, one, more discomfort, but two, that fascia during exercise, when you stretch it, it elicits a greater training effect because you're basically telling your body to release more growth factor and stuff like that. There's a whole nerd stuff you can read about on that. So we're going to do each one of those exercises, 1 minute of movement, 30-second stretch or hold, 30-second rest, ABC, ABC, then you are done.